Some say that Nepali women have no value. They are mistaken. In fact, they have a precise value. The price of a young Nepali girl is $500 US.
त्यो मान्छे अब नराम्रै जस्तो लाग्यो भएदेखि त्यसरी पठाउने टिको लाउनु थिएन मलाई हामीले टिको लाइसकेपछि राम्रै हो कि भनेर पठायौं विश्वासै लागेर आखिरमा उसले यस्तो व्यवहार गर्यो बेला पार्न पाए छाला काट्थे जस्तो लाग्छ.
The man Sumitra is talking about is a professional trafficker of women. Her daughter Sita fell for his charms, and before long they were married. One day when Sumitra went to visit her daughter, the apartment was empty, and nobody knew where the newlywed couple had gone. Sita was sold to a brothel outside the Indian city of Bombay. She was forced to work as a sex slave for 2 years before she managed to escape, thanks to an Indian man who fell in love with her.
यो स्थितिमा भइरहेको बेलामा टेम्पोबाट फ्यात्त झर्न साथ म धारामा थिएँ आमा भन्दाखेरि फर्केर आएपछि हरायो मर्यो कि छ भन्ने थियो नि हामीलाई त मरिसक्यो होला पो यी राम्री मान्छे कुन गुन्नाले मार्दिसक्यो अहिलेसम्म त.
But the village did not welcome Sita back as Sumitra and her daughter had hoped. In Nepal, a girl who has been a prostitute brings shame upon her whole family, even upon the entire village. On the very first night, the villagers expressed their condemnation as hundreds gathered outside the family's house. Sita was forced to flee to Kathmandu. Her son Prakash, Sumitra's grandchild, had to stay on the farm without his mother. But Prakash and his grandmother have made a decision. They will go looking for Sita in the capital and bring her home. This is the road to hell for between 5,000 and 7,000 Nepali girls who are smuggled to the brothels in India every year. From the remote mountain villages of Nepal across the border to the red light districts of India's major cities.
The stories that we hear from girls who return after a couple of years, a couple of months being in brothel is horrible. Generally, these girls do not know why they are there. Even in many instances, they don't know where actually they are right now. They don't know whether this is a city of Nepal or this is a city of India. They're totally ignoring village girls.
In a village 5 hours south of the capital, Kathmandu, we meet Kalpana. She cannot say for sure how old she is, but she believes she is 25. She never went to school. Instead, she had to work in a carpet factory in Kathmandu. One day on her way home, there is a landslide and the bus has to stop.
एकदम पैरा गइरहेको थियो त्यो बेलामा बाटो गाडी जाम भइरहेको थियो अब म एक्लै थियो मसँग कोही साथी थिएन एकदम दिनमा घाम लागिरहेको थियो पैरा गइरहेको थियो अनि मलाई त पानी प्यास लागेको थियो एउटा आइमी पनि थियो बच्चा पनि थियो अनि दुईटा छोरा मान्छे पनि थियो अनि त्यस्तो नदीमा धमिलो पानी छ बहिनी यही पानी खाऊ भनेर त्यो टुम्टेरको पानी खाएदेखि मलाई केही थाहा छैन.
Kalpana was given poisoned water, and when she woke up, she was in a brothel in Bombay.
अब के गर्ने अब ठाउँमा पुर्याइसकेको अब थुप्रै सबै त्यस्तै नेपालीहरु रहेछ त एउटा हैन म एउटा हैन सबै यस्तै हो अब यस्तै गर्नुपर्छ आफ्नो कोही चिन्ने छैन अब त्यो बेलामा हिन्दी आउने थिएन अब के गर्ने मजबुरीले गर्नु पनि पर्छ.
Kalpana was around 16 years old when she ended up on this street in central Bombay. There are as many as 100,000 prostitutes here, and almost half of them come from Nepal. Kidnapped or lured over as teenagers, they are condemned to live as sex slaves. Kalpana was kept locked up for more than a year and forced to receive as many as 25 men a day.
अब त्यहाँ त्यसो गर्नु मानेन भने कोहीले पैसा फर्काएर लान्छन् कोही कसै पहिले त रेप गर्छन् यो बिचरा डराएको छ कोही नराम्रो मान्छेले के भन्छन् तेरो आइमे यस्तो कमाउने यस्तो राखेको हो भनेर उल्टा घरवालीसँग गएर बाँच्छन् अब राम्रो मान्छे राम्रो मन भएको मान्छेले यस्तो बिचारी यस्तो गर्नु पर्दा नराम्रो ला होला भन्ने अनि उले त्यस्तो केही नगरेर जान्छ
The reason Nepali women are particularly vulnerable has to do with their low status in society. Nepal is governed by rural traditions, where men are valued higher than women. The lowest status is that of young unmarried girls.
Defective value system is the root cause of trafficking. The outlook of society on women is like they are there to procreate children and continue the ancestral lineage of the husband.
In southwest Nepal, on the border to India, lies Nepalganj. This is the last chance to stop the girls from being lured into the sex industry across the border. At this bus stop, social workers are giving information on AIDS, while they look out for girls travelling with smugglers.
नत्र भने त खासै थाहा हुँदैन अब आजभोलि कस्तो छ भन्नुहुन्छ नि मेरो आफ्नै दाइ हो साक्कै मेरो मित दाइ हो अब त्यस्तो भएको हुनाले अब हामीले चाहिँ हुन सक्छ अब आफ्नो दाइ भाइसँग गहला भन्ने पनि हुन्छ
Every day in Nepalganj, 150 trucks, 300 horse-drawn carts and more bicycles than anyone has ever bothered counting cross the border into India. We are allowed to follow one of Rescue Foundation's secret agents into the red light district. He takes us to a brothel where a visit costs less than $1. Here, half of the girls are HIV positive, and up to 90% suffer from tuberculosis.
This is the place where they keep the customers with the prostitutes. They do the sex thing. This is the place where a prostitute was murdered very recently. A 22-23-year commercial sex worker. She was strangled by her neck and she was pierced something in her private parts.
त्यो त लागिहाल्छ नि लागेर के गर्नु म त त्यो ठाउँमा पुगेपछि त थाहा पाइसकेपछि त 1 महिनासम्म त ज्वरो मात्रै आयो आफूलाई कसैले निकाल्ने उपाय छैन ठाउँमा पुगेपछि नयाँभरि त हामी बाहिर घुम्नै पाउँदैन 1 वर्ष 2 वर्ष त्यस्तो भइसकेपछि अब त्यो बेलामा पनि साथमा कोही मान्छे पठाकै हुन्छ
एकैचोटि बम्बईबाट चिठी आयो एकैचोटि त्यो चिठीको आधारमा उही बम्बई पुगेँ बम्बई पुगेर खोज्दाखेरि त्यो केटालाई भेटाएर अनि यसलाई निकाल्न सकिन्छ कि सकिन्न भनेर सोद्धाखेरि त्यो केटाले भन्यो पैसा चाहिन्छ मलाई भन्यो 16,000 आइसी माग्यो अनि मेरो मोठमा पैसा छैन त्यति साह्रो अनि पैसा नभएपछि त्यतिकै हप्ता दिन जति बस्यो हप्ता दिन बसेपछि अब पैसा छैन कि त्यहाँबाट फर्केर आयो नराम्रो लाग्यो त किन नराम्रो लागेर फर्केर आयो रुँदै आयो घरतिर
भागेर पनि के गर्ने हामी भागेको पनि थियो त्यस्तो चलाखी गरेर पनि भएन पुलिसहरुको कोही सहायता हुँदैन अब त्यहाँको पुलिसहरु नजिकको पुलिसहरु चिने जाने हुन्छ उनीहरु पैसा खान्छन् छोड्दिन्छन्
It would take another 3 years before father and daughter were finally reunited. After 4 years, Kalpana was rescued in a raid. Although some of the villagers still talk behind her back, her family and friends have accepted her back into their lives.
हुनु जे हुनु भइहाल्यो अब किन सोच्ने नयाँ जिन्दगी बनाउँदैछु भनेर पहिलाको सोच्दा अहिले पनि म पहिला कहिलेकाहीँ सोच्छु कि मलाई धेरै टाउका दुखेर आउँछ ज्वरो आउला जस्तो हुन्छ अनि फेरि यस्तो सोच्न नहुने रहेछ हिँड्छु खान्छु साथीभाइहरुसँग बोल्छु अनि त्यति बिर्सन्छ फेरि